Okay, welcome to Unit 5. This is the very first video of Unit 5, and today we're going to be talking about Boolean, your relational operators, your logical operators, and we're going to introduce the if statement if we have time. Right now I'm using Riplet, and if you notice the very tip top, line 1, I have print type true, print type false. Now we talked about this beginning of the year. True and false represents a Boolean variable, and notice it's capital true with a capital T and a capital F for false, okay? And those are keywords, and again, that represents Boolean values. And if I run this, again, over here to the right, you see class bool, okay? So that's of the Boolean data types. Remember we talked about integers, floats, strings, and now we talked about true and false, and we're going to start working with Boolean expressions from here on out. Okay. Right below this, we talked about relational operators, and relational operators are similar to algebra. We have greater than, we have less than. Notice greater than or equal to. It's the greater than symbol with the equal symbol. In algebra, you have a line underneath it. We have less than or equal to, and again, that is the less than symbol with the equal symbol. And equal to, that's two equal symbols, okay? Don't get that confused with one equal symbol, okay? One equal symbol, you're assigning a value to a memory location. Two equal values, you're comparing. Okay, we're also talked about not equals, and it's just a little exclamation mark with the equal symbol, okay? That's not equals. In algebra, that would be an equal symbol with a slash through it. Okay, those are your relational operators, and they allow us to create Boolean expressions. So let's take a look at this. I did some down here. I have it commented out. And let me remove the comment. And so I have x equals 7, okay? And again, if I go print x equals 7, remember the top one, x equals 7, takes 7 and put it into x. So now x holds 7. The 2 equals compare to 2. It compares x with the right side, which is 7. So x is 7, so 7 equals 7 should produce true when I run this. So let's go ahead and run this, and the first one should be true, okay? And notice I do get true right here, which is the very first one. I'm going to go ahead and comment these two lines out on top because I don't need them anymore. Simply put a pound symbol in front of them, and it allows me to comment them out. Okay. The next one is x is less than 3, and again 7 is not less than 3, so that one produces false. And again, if you look over here to the right, the second one is false. Okay. And again, we have print x is greater than 3. Well, 7 is greater than 3, so that will be true. So the third one down should be true, which it is. Okay. And again, 7 is greater than or equal to 3. That should be true. Is 7 less than or equal to 3? That is false. 7 is not less than. 7 not equal to 3 is true. 7 does not equal 3. So notice the last one evaluates to be true over here to the right. Okay. So those are relational operators, and they produce true or false values. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and comment this out because we don't need this anymore. And next we're going to talk about logical operators. I'm going to still keep x equals 7 up here, and I now bring in y equals 4. Okay. And we're talking about logical operators. Logical operators are and, or, and not. Those are your logical operators. Okay. And we combine those with your relational operators to produce true or false expressions. So let's work with and, okay? For an and to be true, both sides of an and statement has to be true. So take an example here, x equals 7 and y equals 4. 7 equals 7, so that evaluates to be true, and y is 4 from this line here, line 22. So 4 equals 4 is true. So a true and a true gives you a true. So if I go ahead and run this, and let's go ahead and just work, since I'm working with and, I could go ahead and comment the rest out. I'll just keep the and so they only show up. So a true true gives me a true. Both of these have to be true for it to be true. And if I run it, again, the first one is true. And again, all the ones above here is commented out. And right now I'm looking at this line here, which is true. Notice I have x equals 7 and y equals 3. That is a true and a false. X is 7. Y is 4. 4 does not equal 3, so that's a false statement. So a true and a false is false. Okay? Remember, both have to be true with an and. Okay? X equals 4. Down here is a true, and y equals 4, which is, x equals 4 is false, because x up here is 7. So 7 equals 4, that is false. And 4 equals 4 is true. So this is a false and a true. And notice it gives you a false. And the last one, x equals 4. Well, x is 7. 7 does not equal 4, so that's false. Y is 4. And down here, 4 does not equal 3, so that's a false. So a false and a false gives you a false. So I could use logical operators to join two expressions to come up with a true or false value. Okay? Well, another operator is called the OR statement. And let me uncomment the OR. Okay, and okay, so down here, we're talking about here, again, x is still 7, y is still 4. We have 7 equals 7, which is true. We have 4 equals 4, which is true. So a true or a true, notice it gives me a true. So if they're both true, the first one is true, okay? Down here I have x equals 7. 7 does equal 7, so I have a true. I have 4 equals 3, which is false. So I have a true or a false, okay? And again, this is a typo. This should be a true. That should give me a true. And notice the second one is true, okay? Again, I have x equals 4, and x here is 7. That is a false statement. Y equals 4. Y is 4, so 4 does equal 4. That's a true statement. So false or a true gives me a true. Notice with a true, only one of them has to be true for it to be true. Not like the and. Both of them has to be true for it to be true. In an and statement, which is above, only two trues give you a true. If there's a false in any of the ones, whether it's one false or two falses, it's automatically false. Not so with an or. With an or, one or both has to be true for it to be true. So notice I have 3 trues. Just long as one of the expressions is true, or both, it's true. Okay? And again, false and a false gives you a false. Okay? That's your OR logical operators. Okay, so you have to know the logical operators, ands and ors. When does it give you a true? When does it give you a false? Okay, and again, as you practice with this, hopefully you learn more and more, and you'll memorize this. Okay. Next, we're getting into what I call your not operator. And here we have not true, not false. And I put one too many ampersand sign somewhere, just right there. One too many quotes, I'm sorry. Okay, so here I have, if it's not true, then it's false. And if it's not false, then it is true. Okay, so that's how that works. Okay, so again, your three logical operators, ands, ors, and nots. These are what you call truth tables. You need to know the truth tables. When are two Boolean expressions using an or true, and when are two Boolean expressions true using an and. Okay, so let's take a look at your if statements. Okay, and your if is right here. I have if allows the computer to make decisions. Okay, and I have if x equals 7, print hello. Okay, so what I'm going to do is comment this if out, and we'll do one if at a time. Okay, notice an if statement is set up just like a loop in a function. The if's on the outside level. The tab, anything inside this if statement should be tabbed in. Now I can have more than one line. If I want to, I could put another line. Just as long as it's tabbed in, it's part of the if statement. Okay, so I added another line. So these two lines will run only if this is true, x equal 7. Okay, and from above, remember up here, we do have x equals 7. And 7 does equal 7, so that is true. So these two lines should run. And if I go ahead and print it, notice it prints hello world. Okay, and both lines run. Okay, if I take a look at here, I have x, which is 7, is 7 less than 0, I print goodbye. Well, 7 is not less than 0, so it will not print goodbye. So I'll go ahead and comment below this out. So we know hello world will print out, and we're testing to see if goodbye will print out. And notice only hello world printed out. Notice goodbye did not print out because 7 is not less than 0. Okay, 7 is actually greater than 0, so that is false. And if it's false, you skip over that statement. If it's true, you do any statement inside the if. So up above, these two lines will run because this is true. If true, run these two lines. If false, skip the line of code. Okay, so now the compiler has a decision to make. Either run the code or don't run the code. It all depends if the Boolean expression is true or false. True, it runs the code. False, it skips over the code. Okay. We can also use your ands and ors. And I'm going to hurry up because I'm running out of time. But notice I have an and. Here I have 7 equals 7, which is true. And y equals 4, which is true. Okay. And I go ahead and run that. And I get an error because I forgot to take out my comments. Okay, let's try that again. And notice I get hello world, and or. Okay, with an and, this hello world runs because this is a true and a true. For an and to run, both has to be true. Remember, with an or, only one has to be true. And 7 equals 7, that's true. And or was y was 4. And does 4 equal 1,000? No, it doesn't. But only one of these has to be true for it to run. So notice or was printed out. Okay, that wraps up Unit 5 Video 1. Stay tuned for Video 2. Have a nice day.